November. That's all they have left. Ruben Amorim, Ange Postecoglou, Mohamed Salah, Florian Wirtz. 4 weeks to save their legacies, or watch them burn. 7 games into the 2025-26 Premier League season, and the cracks aren't just showing, they're becoming chasms. Manchester United haven't won back-to-back league games in 11 months. Liverpool's Egyptian king looks mortal for the first time in 8 years. Over £500 million in summer transfers are flopping simultaneously. And 2 of the league's most celebrated managers, they might not make it to Christmas. This isn't just about bad form. This is about institutional collapse, legacy destruction, and financial catastrophe all happening at once. Welcome to the Premier League's perfect storm. Let's start with the most shocking revelation. Ruben Amorim is statistically the worst Manchester United manager in Premier League history. Read that again. Statistically, the worst, ever. Not David Moyes, not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in his final months, not even the dying days of Jose Mourinho. Amorim has achieved a level of failure that nobody thought possible at Old Trafford. Since arriving from Sporting CP in November 2024 with a glittering reputation, the Portuguese manager has overseen 0 back-to-back league wins. 0. In 11 months. United's last away victory? Against Sir Jim Ratcliffe gave him a public vote of confidence last week, saying Amorim can't be judged until 3 years. But we know how this story ends. Ratcliffe called Erik ten Hag a very good coach just 3 weeks before firing him. The writing isn't just on the wall, it's in blood-red letters. This Sunday, Manchester United travel to Anfield to face Liverpool. And this isn't just another fixture, it's a referendum on Amorim's future. United have beaten exactly 3 teams this season, 2 newly promoted sides, and a Chelsea team that played with 10 players for 85 minutes. Not exactly inspiring. Liverpool, meanwhile, sit top of the table with title ambitions intact, despite their own struggles. For Amorim, this match is binary. Lose, or even draw poorly, and the media firestorm becomes a Category 5 hurricane. The fan protests will intensify. The boardroom whispers will become shouts. Win, and he buys himself, what? Maybe 3 more weeks? The pressure is suffocating. United haven't won at Anfield in the league since 2016, 9 years ago. And with Liverpool desperate to prove their own doubters wrong, Amorim is walking into a furnace. The question isn't whether he'll get burned, it's whether he'll survive. So what happens next? Honestly, nobody knows, and that's what makes it so compelling. Maybe Amorim pulls off a miracle at Anfield and changes the entire trajectory of Manchester United's season. Maybe Salah scores a hat-trick and reminds us why he's a legend. Maybe Wirtz finally adapts and justifies that £116 million price tag. Or maybe none of that happens. Maybe we're watching the beginning of the end for some of these stories. What we do know is this. November is everything. 4 weeks, 16 games, reputations on the line, legacies being written, hundreds of millions of pounds being judged. The Premier League is the most unforgiving league in world football. It doesn't care about your reputation. It doesn't care about your price tag. It doesn't care about potential. It only cares about results. And right now, the results are telling us a story nobody expected. Amorim and Ange fighting for survival. Salah fighting against time itself. £500 million in transfers fighting to prove their worth. Bournemouth and Palace fighting for the top 4, while Wolves fight to avoid the bottom 3. This is why we love football. Because on Sunday at Anfield, when that whistle blows, anything can happen. The crisis can deepen, or it can be the turning point that saves everything. So here's my question for you. What do you think happens? Does Amorim survive until Christmas? Will Salah rediscover his magic? Can Wirtz become the player Liverpool paid £116 million for? And are Bournemouth and Palace actually legitimate Champions League contenders? Drop your predictions in the comments. Tell me who you think survives November and who doesn't. Hit that subscribe button because the next 4 weeks are going to be absolute chaos, and you don't want to miss a single moment of it. The Premier